Ben,
Hello.
how are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
I'm not too bad, sir. It's the first time you ever call me that.
Everybody gets sir usually, but I say sir a lot in text messages to people.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just I don't like saying mate and buddy and pal and all that. I just call people sir, like male or female. You get sir.
Jeez, I'm sure people love that. Tell us a bit about, introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about who you are.
My
you
name
do.
is Ben. I own and operate Cuttin About Garden Services, which has now been a full-time operation for coming up on 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've at the tail end of our 4th season.
Yeah.
But not quite 4 calendar years.
Yeah. And how have things been? What was the story? Sort of, we've obviously been working together since June.
Yes.
End of June, I think.
Yeah.
What was the story before we were getting in touch those 3 years? How did things go? How did it start?
It started technically from a Gumtree advert
Mm-hmm.
during my final year of university. I'd say the true nature of it started staying at my nana's house and her being a slave labourer and me being the slave of waiting flower beds and everything. You know, you normally have 2 sets of grandparents. I thought about this now here. You have the one that usually pampers you and then the one that works you to the bone, and she worked us to the bone.
Right.
As my mum's mum. So I'd reckon that's where the deep-rooted knowledge and interest in being outside and being in flower beds came from. But the business of it started from putting an ad on Gumtree.
Yeah.
In 2016.
Yeah.
Maybe 2015. Said I was a student, had a van, a load of tools, all of which were dad's.
Yeah.
And it has expanded drastically since then.
Yeah. And so did you go straight into that, or what was...
No, so that was during final year of university. I was working in a restaurant, packed that in, put the advert out, did it full time for a year. Was employed a few of my mates that summer. It was sweet.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing. When I think about some of the jobs, I could spend an hour talking about some of the stuff I remember doing and being horrendous, the quality of work that some people got. Like,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to learn and how to get better at certain things. And then it was just me for 2 years. I had a couple of young guys that I knew through people from my gym, their kids, a few different people. A young lad that worked in the gym and trained in there. And
they were helping you out?
Yeah, just helping here and there. You know, I was very trusting of people. Just being like, here, there's a hedge cutter wing, we'll figure that out. And then met Gareth, who has been, well, as of 2 days ago, he was with me for full time for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And will hopefully be full time for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Come April time.
Yeah.
And that has been the situation since then.
Right, okay. So in terms of before you came to me, what was going on in terms of the business? In terms of how much work you were doing, in terms of where you were getting your customers from, how people found out about you?
And I like the way you say, I came to you. That's not how it worked.
I know.
You slid in my DMs. No, cold called me.
Cold WhatsApp voice note, if I recall.
Yeah, I do. Hi, mate. This is...
I drove past you in Braniel, and I was like, yeah, I'll make a wee note to voice note him.
There we go. That's how it works. Braniel, dreadful area, but it clearly serves a purpose for that. The view up on that top Braniel Road, it's insane. It's out of this world.
One.
But all those bloody speed bumps.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Awful. I hate being around there. But yeah, I'd got to a point where I was doing reasonably well, in my opinion. When I quit my job as an engineer to do this full time 4 years ago, I told myself I can make around 150 quid a day. Very quickly that became 200 quid a day.
Yeah.
And then within that 4 year period got to just over 5 grand a month, up to 7.
Yeah.
In the months leading up to starting with you. Yeah. And I was pretty happy at that level, but I didn't really know what I could do to increase that. And whilst that's not a primary factor, it also is, like, money makes the world go round.
Yeah. You mentioned getting in touch with some other agencies or some other people to help you.
Yeah, that was more just kind of wondering what this is. Didn't like how it worked and everything, but I didn't have a good experience with that.
Why not?
I just didn't. What would be the best way to say it? I don't know. It just didn't seem very authentic. And the money was wild.
Yeah.
Not just the way it was broken down, and like it was broken down as a day rate, and as it was just mental.
Yeah.
And at the time, like that would have been,
Was that just one company you went through? Sorry.
yeah,
Right. Okay.
just one business. And after that, I was like, freak that, I'm not dealing with people like this. I'm doing all right on my own. I'll be sweet.
Yeah.
And then I had seen your stuff online, and then all of a sudden you were in my inbox.
Yeah.
And
So
here
you had
we are.
seen us already.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what,
Yeah.
but just some of the
Well
stuff. I mean, you're fairly recognisable.
Appreciate that.
Lord Voldemort, like.
Fuck me. You've been holding that one in for this, have you?
No, that just came to me. There. Lord
Cheers,
Voldemort.
appreciate that.
Yeah, and since then, so when was that? I think we did the last, it was 12 days of June,
Yeah.
because it was a random invoice for the first, or it was
Yes,
full month.
Full month, and
And
then the
then,
second one was.
Yeah. So since then,
Even from then, whenever we met, what made you sort of go, yeah, okay, let's go for it? If that last person had sort of, or that last company had kind of put you off a bit, what was the difference with, okay, yeah, I'm going to go for this?
that there was authenticity lacking in the previous one, and I got the impression that you were a very authentic person.
Okay.
In the same way that I use my authenticity trying to be yourself,
Yeah.
to get more business. The same was what you, in my opinion, you appeared very authentically to me, and I was like, I like this guy,
Yeah. Okay.
and that was that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't
And then we met.
wasn't complicated, like.
Yeah. No,
Um,
that's kind of good. That's what I want to hear. Like, and then because obviously that's the exact same strategy that we use with ourselves is what we use for yous. So use
Yeah.
for you guys. So then you were happy to go ahead. We got started. What was the process there from that?
Once I dealt with this is a lot of money to fork out to somebody that I've just met on the internet.
Yeah.
It was all pretty straightforward. I was definitely insistent that we did something face to face, which we did
Yes.
in old Starbucks.
Yeah. The actual meeting. The sales
Yeah,
meeting.
and I just wanted to have some sort of an understanding of the process.
Yeah.
I'd done bits of marketing on my own in the past, doing like random Facebook ads and
Yeah.
definitely getting a return on them.
Yeah.
But it wasn't always the type of person that I wanted to be dealing with.
Yeah.
And you were like, this is what we do, this is what you're going to get, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, it was like my gut reaction,
Yeah.
gut feeling is to say yes to this and see what happens.
Yeah.
And I did,
Yeah.
and it's been good.
Yeah. And
Good. It's been good.
Is that it?
It's been great. It's been great. What did I tell you? My revenue up 221%. And for every £1 I have given you, I've got £4.20 back.
yeah. Yeah.
Which is 323%, something like that.
Yeah. Aye, that's what you'd put up.
Pretty
Nah,
good
but
numbers,
yeah,
like, in 3 months.
Yeah, and it feels like a lot longer than 3 months. That's crazy, isn't it? 3 full months. The end of last month.
So
Yeah.
technically three and a
Coming
half.
up on 4. That's mad. Yes, you had mentioned there about being a wee bit like fearful about handing money over to someone you just met on the internet. Not handing money over, but the actual investment itself, like the amount of money.
Yeah, it was a big chunk of my turnover at that point. But I was like, it still is not enough to put me off.
Yeah.
In the same way that the previous discussions I had about the same stuff had put me off.
Yeah.
And plus you're specialising with tradespeople, and that's what bracket I fall under.
Yeah.
So that, there was just a lot more boxes ticked.
Yeah. And as well, do you think because that was laid out in front of you and you knew what it would look like, you think that impacted the decision in terms of strategy? Because that was the first thing we did. We had that meeting again when I wouldn't say that. We had that meeting on Zoom going over customer strategy.
Yeah.
Actually thinking about who we're trying to target.
Yeah, which opened my eyes drastically to the trains of thought that people go through, and when it comes to hiring a business to do anything, whether it's a team of people or one person.
Yeah. Because I think that's something that everyone in this industry doesn't do. Like they just kind of go, okay, we're a plumber, so we're gonna do that.
We're just gonna post plumbing content.
Yeah.
Like we're literally just gonna show that, be like, this is what we did today.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I did, but I think I like to put a wee personal twist on my stuff and get my humour and daftness across in the best way possible.
Yeah.
but yeah, it never crossed my mind really that the full thought process that customers go through.
Yeah.
And how many boxes you need to tick in order to gain somebody's trust.
Yeah, exactly.
The best part of that was turning up to people's doors. With certain jobs, I can price a lot of jobs off photos now.
Yeah.
Just from even in 4 years, knowing and being like, okay, the times I've done the opposite and being like, yeah, that looks fine, I'll give that price, and then you turn up and the hedge is 3 times the size because you didn't realise that the person took it on 0.5 zoom.
Yeah.
Which would make it twice the size technically. But yeah, I've gone through plenty of that. Now I'm a lot better at that and can gauge context from pictures. But there's still plenty, when people don't give you full context of a space.
Okay.
And I'll call up and having people open the door, put their hand out. Hi Ben, how are you?
Yeah.
Normally it's the other way around.
Uh-huh.
It was weird for a while, people knowing and recognising me before I had even got there.
Yeah. And do you think that gives you an advantage, or how do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
Why?
Because people buy people.
Yeah. People buy people. I hope people don't buy people.
You can turn that way whatever you want, but people, when it comes to hiring service, people buy people.
Yeah, yeah. And how has what we've done helped that? Obviously people buy people. How has what we've done allowed people, when you come to their door, to know who you are already and trust what you're saying and what you're doing and your advice?
Because the full range of things that you show about the services we offer, the ethos that we function on, that do what you say and say what you do, and then the informal stuff, which is getting the personality across.
Yeah.
I'd say a combination of those 3 things
Yeah.
would be the main factors in why people buy me.
Yeah, yeah. It's the value that you give in some of your content.
Yeah.
And then obviously showing your expertise and actually showing your work.
Yeah.
It's just the easy bit,
Yeah.
And then, as you say, the actual knowing your personality. And how do you think what we do actually allows your personality to come across in the content? Because I very much go onto your page and you know what you're like as a person straight away.
Yeah. Well, it has to be the informal stuff, because anybody can stand and read off people. Well, maybe not, but the more people are more likely to be successful at reading off a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Or you behind the camera saying, say this, say it again, say it again, say it again.
I agree with you, but I think you only think that because you're in the process. Like your videos, your talking heads, to me, you still come across very, very much so in that.
Really?
Yeah. I would think so. Not I would think so.
Depends what the topic is. Some stuff I'm like that one last week that I didn't like.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing this.
No, but that's fine.
Even before I told you, I was like, how do I say this? And then I ended up just saying exactly what you were saying and couldn't think of how to put it my own way.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a way for me to say it. I was just like, nah, don't like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
kind of what I'm sort of trying to get at. Like our service, then, would you say within that sort of social media system that we're plugging into your business, although we are plugging it in, it is very tailored and bespoke to you and your service?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a long list of reasons why, but the proof is in the pudding, as they say. Like, you're providing the service in the same way I'm providing the service, and it's working.
Yeah. Yeah. And whenever you say working, more leads and more conversions.
Well, the conversions is my responsibility. You play no part in that, really.
Yeah.
You create them, as that caption said last night.
Yeah.
You're a wizard at creating them, and I'm a wizard at closing them.
Yeah. And though, what about the people who know who you are and trust you already?
That's what I mean. But they come to me. I still have to close the deal.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
that gives you a huge advantage, though.
Yeah, of course. It's like being able to hit a driver off a tee box instead of the ball's on a tee as opposed to the ball being on the ground.
Yeah.
You are the tee, like.
Yeah, that's a great metaphor.
You're very good at being a tee, Mr. Bones. Yeah.
Looking at what you expected from it that day that we met, versus what the outcome's actually been. Can you remember how confident you were in it then, or what you expected in terms of results back then, as opposed to how it's turned out?
I remember pestering you with questions, because that was the only thing I felt like I could not relate to, but I was like, how else am I going to measure if this is a success?
Yeah.
And whilst you didn't have the answer that I'm sure there was a perfect answer, I don't know what it was. You could have been like, oh yeah, I guarantee your revenue will go up 221% and you'll get a 323% return on investment. If you told me that, I'd been like,
Yes,
let's
mate.
go.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was possible to
Mm.
give those numbers
Mm.
back then,
Yeah.
which I left understanding
Yeah.
and appreciating that the system works. Like
Yeah.
there will be more leads created, and
Yeah.
when you close them, then things will increase.
Yeah. And did you have like when you went into it, did you have anything in your head like, if I don't see this by this point,
No,
we can bin it off? You were just kind of
No.
like,
I'm bad at not being a goals oriented person.
yeah.
I don't need that to be motivated.
Uh-huh.
I was very much like, I'm going to put everything into this and get my money out of this service, and
Yeah.
this guy is either going to help with that or it's not going to work, and either he'll get rid of me or I'll get rid of him.
Yeah, you can walk away, like that's
Yeah.
the beauty of it, like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, looking at you said you didn't have any.
So I didn't have anything major that I was like, okay, I want this to be this.
Yeah.
I was very much like, I'm going to go with the flow and let this guy do his thing. He knows way
Yeah.
more about this than I do.
Yeah.
And I will just see where this goes.
Yeah.
I don't know very much about it. I did a bit more research on
Yeah.
the process and everything after we had met,
Yeah.
but I was very much like, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to lose the amount of pounds that I gave you.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And in terms of your expectations, then, like you did, although that wasn't measurable, in terms of what your actual return has been now from what you've put in and those results you've said.
Yeah.
Is it what you were hoping for?
Yeah, I would say it has to be. As much as I didn't have anything set in stone that I
Yeah.
wanted to measure to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way the growth has gone and what you have done for my business in a very short period of time is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. What you've said is that you were kind of like, yeah, okay, let's go with it. I trust this guy. What would you say to someone who's maybe in the position of knowing they need to invest in, first of all, any service in terms of marketing to
Yeah.
get past a certain threshold? Like for you, that was that 5-6K.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who is watching something like this and sees what we're doing and what you're saying, that is a bit fearful of investing like a significant proportion of their revenue?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to them in those shoes?
I don't think there's an argument against doing it.
A logical argument?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's plenty of arguments against doing it. But yeah, there's nothing logical.
Yeah.
Because it works. I don't know. You can't. I don't like overcomplicating things. Like, it's very clear. You put money into it. It's the same process of why people are hiring me to do something.
Yeah.
They can't do it. They're getting somebody that knows more, has more expertise. In whatever that area is, whether you're a plasterer or a plumber or even another version of you, someone that wants to get into social media marketing.
Mm.
Yeah, you invest the money in thing, and if you're right about this, where you put the money, in this case in your pocket, and Nick as well, that you get a return on it, and it's, I don't know why you would ever.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, why did I ever even contemplate not doing this?
Yeah.
And the only deciding factor was, or the only fear-inducing factor was forking out the capital at the start.
Yeah, but it's the same for everyone. Like everyone's just kind of going, does it work? And it's just handing over the money that is
it's
scary.
like, do I, like, am I going to get my money's worth if I pay this guy 500 quid to come and cut our hedges, or £200 or £50, whatever it might be?
Yeah.
Am I going to get value for money?
Yeah.
There's so many people getting ripped off in this world
Yeah.
we live in, not to be pessimistic whatsoever, because that's not my style. But yeah, it's true. If you get value for money, most people are pretty happy if they get value for money, regardless of whether it's a pint of milk or whether it's 12 posts a month on Instagram. Yeah. Like, we've just said there's no logical argument for not doing it.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
In hindsight, now that I know that I've done it.
That's what I mean.
But
like,
to have hindsight after 3 months and be like, yeah, that was the greatest decision I've made in the last 6 months. There's no better or bigger justification for investing in your services than that.
yeah, no, absolutely. Well, thank you very much for coming down. I appreciate it.
Sweet.
I'm pretty sure that covers everything. So thank you very much. Handshake for the camera.
I have
Big
dodgy
grassy.
tennis elbow.
Oh, serious?
Cutting hedges is exhausting. Like.